Hello and welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Well, good one for Nigerians because at least we are celebrating our boys, the Flying Eagles, for doing so well against Cote d'Ivoire, the baby elephant. They could not defeat our team. We did well against them, winning our game 2-1, courtesy of Jagger Michael and also Ibrahim Yahaya, who scored the 2 goals for Nigeria to qualify Nigeria for the Under-20 Afcon. Good one. The boys are really trying and they show their class. The first game against Ghana, they won 2-0. Against Burkina Faso, it ended 2-2. And this one, they won 2-1 to actually qualify for the final of the Wafu Cup taking place in Niger Republic, in Niamey precisely. And they also make it a double header after qualifying for the final that will be coming up against Benin Republic. They also qualify for the Under-20 Afcon that will be hosted by Egypt in 2023. Congrats to the entire squad, the technical crew, and everyone that made this happen. And also not forgetting the NFL. Well, good one there. We have to talk about this and we have to celebrate the lads for what they did. It was a heroic performance against Baby Elephant of Cote d'Ivoire. Hopefully, they will also win against the Young Squirrels of Benin Republic by the time they file out on Saturday to see who wins this particular cup. Good one for Flying Eagles. Now, away from Flying Eagles story, let's talk about Nigerian Women Football League Super 6 taking place in Benin City. Well, 6 teams are playing. They are actually jostling for honors there. Match day 2 result. Quickly, let's look at the result as it ended 1-0 in favor of Nasarawa Amazon. They pipped Edo Queens by a lone goal. That particular match caused the sacking of their coach, a former coach now, Mimo Matthews. And you have Nigeria Tales, they were pummeled by Bayelsa Queens. 1, 2, 3, 4 goals against Nigeria Tales of Abuja. They lost that game, courtesy of Gift Monday, who actually scored a hat-trick in that game. For Delta Queens versus River Angels, it ended 0-0 in that particular encounter. Rivers Angels right now actually drew in 2 games. And you have the likes of Nasarawa Amazon. They walk over Nigeria in their first game and they won against Edo Queens. And you have Bayelsa Queens also doing well in this competition. Well, the winner will be going home with 5 million naira, while the first runner will get 3 million, the second runner up to 2 million, and you have all the 16 participating to go home with $1 million naira each for the fact that they have a sponsor sponsoring this particular competition. This will get the best team in Nigerian Women Football League and also the team that will be representing Nigeria at the CAF Champions League for women. Good one there for all the teams participating in the NWFL Super 6 taking place in Benin City. Now, let's talk about the one that also happened over there in EPL where Southampton played against Liverpool. Well, Liverpool actually carried the day, winning that game 2-1 against Southampton at St. Mary's. They actually closed the gap against Manchester City. Now, it's going to be the match that will actually end the season. That will be the match that will determine the winner of this league. Because right now, both teams, they are trailing. We have Liverpool on 89 and you have Manchester City on 90, just a point adrift, and it's down to the wires. Let's see what happens by the time the two teams play their last games on the last day of the league. Big one between Man City and Liverpool. Throughout this season, it has been a 2-horse race between the two teams at the Etihad and also over there at the Anfield. Liverpool doing so well against Southampton in that game. Good one. They have to celebrate Matip, fantastic player. I just have to appreciate the fact that these guys really know how to do the business of playing football. Congrats to the two teams, even though we are yet to know the winner. It's going to be to the last match that will determine that particular winner. Very open. Let's see what happens concerning that. As we just giving you those stories, Flying Eagles qualifying for the finals of Wafu B and also qualifying for the Under-20 Afcon coming up in Egypt. Not forgetting the women's Super 6 competition taking place in Benin, and we'll also wrap it up with Liverpool also defeating Southampton at home at St. Mary's. Good one there. Now we'll be coming back home to talk about our own. As I always say, that if we don't talk about ours, no one will. Let's talk about the top tier of Nigerian League, Nationwide League. Nationwide League is the third tier of Nigerian League. We have the MPFL, we have the NNL, and we have the NWFL. Well, this morning we'll be talking with the Chief Operating Officer, the man who runs the affairs of that particular league in the person of Shola Ogunsanwo. Good to have you in the studio.
Good morning.
Now, we're talking NLO now, Nationwide League 1. A lot of people don't really, when you mention Nationwide League 1, even though I've actually mentioned that it's the third tier of Nigerian league. You, as the administrator, I want you to at least shed more light on Nationwide League One.
Thank you very much. Yeah, as you have said, the Nationwide League One is the third cadre league in the Nigerian football system, and is a semi-professional league stroke an amateur league. That is where you have the players coming up at the grassroots, going to the elite status. And as it is, we are the biggest football league in Africa. I'm not going to say in the world per se, but we have the largest ecosystem of footballers in Nigeria and Africa as it is. Because presently we are having 365 football clubs.
365 football clubs?
Yes,
in NLO?
In NLO. We have 365 football clubs in 3 categories: Division 1, Division 2, and Division 3. The Division 1 comprises of 160 clubs, and we have a Division 2 with 140 clubs, then Division 3. Presently, the Division 1 break, the league is on. They play on home and away basis, and the league is on presently, but they're on 2 weeks break. Then we are using this 2 weeks break to play our Division 2 league. The Division 2 league is going to be what we term the stadium league. They don't play the home and away. We get them in groups in different and neutral venue to play all their matches. We can have a couple of teams, like 10, 12, 15 teams in the particular center. They stay around there, play all their games, then the winner emerge and get promoted to Division 1. So as it is, the league is semi-autonomous under Nigeria Football Federation. We have our own board headed by Alhaji Muhammad Akali, and he has some other independent board with him, independent board directors with him as well, that runs the secretariat with us. I head the secretariat, I call the shots. Administratively, I handle everything that happens in the Nationwide League One. And so far so good, we've been having a very smooth, fine, 1 or 2 kicks here and there, but then I can tell you that we are having it very, very okay in the Nationwide League One.
Wow, that's a good one. Now you have spread out about Nationwide League One. We have Division 2, we also have Division 3. Yeah. Now, Division 3 is still existing here in Nigeria.
Yes, we have Division 3 as well. The Division 3 is the lowest ebb of the Nationwide League One. And the teams from Division 3 get promoted to Division 2, 2 to 1, then 1 to the National League, which is the professional cadre. Then Division 3 gets relegated to the State League. Meanwhile, the State League produces teams that come to the Division 3. Because we have 36 states and FC teams, and each of these states plays their own league. So winner of each of the state leagues will be grouped in different zones to determine who get promoted to Division 1. At every year, we get 8 teams coming up to the Division 3 league.
8 teams to come to Division 3?
From the state league.
Okay.
So that is why the league is practically a grassroots league.
Good one. I love the word that you just used now, that grassroots. That's where actually I was going to. But now, from 8 teams who come from the state to Division 3. How many come from Division 3 to 2?
8 teams.
Another 8.
Yes.
Then from Division 2 to 1.
8 teams.
Another 8.
Yes.
Then from Nationwide League 1 to NNL.
8 teams.
Wow, that's a good one there. We've been at least talking about the Nationwide League One, the third cadre or tier of Nigerian Football League, where the Chief Operating Officer, who runs the administrative affairs of that league, has been with us. He has been giving us much more concerning that particular league. Let's talk about the complexity of that league is so huge, because you mentioned about 340 teams thereabout. How do you run this?
It's simple. It's pure professionalism. That's what I studied in school. I studied sports sciences. All my certificates in sports administration. And I know what is needed to be done to get it going. If you come to the Secretariat of Nationwide League One, we are not more than 10 in the Secretariat, and people come around to ask us questions. How do you people operate? Why is it that they don't hear too much noise about our league and everything goes on smoothly? But it goes down to professionalism. And once you know the scope of work you are going to do, and you set out people to do it, and you have professionals around you as well that support the idea of your own operation, then definitely we are going to have it smooth. And Nigeria Football Federation has been giving us the serious backing, because any areas that we really need to have them to come in, they come in quick and take decisions. Areas that we can't, not on our own, take decisions, like area of referee misdemeanors. State FA is not cooperating the way we wanted. Nigeria Football Federation steps in and takes charge of such situation. And it's been very smooth with us, and it's been very, very smooth with the relationship we have with Nigeria Football Federation and the referee association, the state football associations, and the match commissioners as well. So it's been very, very okay with us because we set out our plans before the season commences, and we run it through the season period. We've not really been having any issue because we do what is needed to be done. The league is guided by the rules, and what we do is we follow what is in the rules. We don't go outside the rules, so we don't have problems. Once we take you to the rules, this is a rule that we have already agreed to work with, and this is what has happened, and this is what we are doing. So with that, and we're not shifting grounds on some little things, gives us an easy access to control the league, and it's been very good with us doing that.
Good one there. Now let's look at, because it seems your league is the closest to the people. It comes from the grassroots, the state level, to the Division 3, 2, and also 1. Getting all the clubs together administratively might not be easy. But now when you look at grassroots football in Nigeria, the development we really need to talk about, because a lot of people focus, in fact, too much on foreign league that they don't even know that we have all these leagues running in Nigeria. Now, what is a nationwide League One Secretariat doing to promote, to sensitize people, to let them know that, okay, we have this league, it's actually there?
Yeah, thank you very much. We're doing much within our own capacity, and we've been reaching out a lot. Like, I must tell you, among all the leagues in the country, our website is one that is always up and running. We have a mobile app for the league. We're on social media pages, and we live stream some of our matches. Though it's capital intensive, but we live stream most of our matches where needed. So we're trying our best possible to make sure everything is going on fine. As I'm talking to you now, I'll be going to Lagos tomorrow. I'm holding a meeting with Total Sports, and they are sports, V-Sports company from Russia. They are so much interested in what we are doing in NLO, and they want to really come in to be our media and communication partner. They're already in the country, so I'll be meeting them in Lagos with some of my directors.
So automatically NLO is going to be getting support now?
Yes, we had such support in the past, and but we discovered that they saw an opportunity in NLO that they feel they can latch on, and we now saw that they don't have the capacity to do what we want in NLO, so we have to sever our relationship with such company. I wouldn't want to mention such company, but we worked with them for like 2 seasons, and we discovered that no, this is not what we wanted. It's better we do it right rather than do an half-baked event. So we have to sever a relationship with them. But after that, we've gotten about 2 or 3 people talking to us. And as I'm talking to you now, we are taking the league more than what it should be. We are working with Afrinoli. Afrinoli, they work with the Nigerian government on the area of talent development, and we are bringing in more of entertainment into sports now. So in most of our venues, you'll be seeing the Afrinoli are going to come in, and a lot of things are going to be happening. So this actually, we set the league out more to the corporate world and let them see what they are missing. Yeah, they are actually missing, because if not what we experience in Nigerian situation, NLO is supposed to be a league that corporate bodies should be running after. Because I must tell you, the ecosystem in NLO is about 60,000 ecosystem that I have on my table. And if you have an ecosystem of 60,000 and you are talking to a telecommunication company on area of CUG, is a huge one for them. And you're talking to bank to come and have your ecosystem of about 60,000 people, is a huge business for them. But they're not seeing this. The people at the lower ebb of the system of such corporate organizations, they'll be happy to have it. But once it gets up there, you get to hear stories that the money has been spent on something else.
Automatically, from the way it is, the nationwide league, despite the fact that a lot of people, I don't want to use the word underrated, but a lot of people don't really see it. They don't really know that that's where the business is. Because there was a time I saw you talking in an event, talking about how most foreign company or foreign clubs or academy comes to Nigeria, they prefer to pick players from the nationwide league teams, because these are raw talents, then take them abroad.
Yes. If we are to be factual to ourselves, the players in the national league cannot be compared to players at the professional cadre. We all know Nigerian system. We know ourselves in Africa. There's no player age of 18, 19 that will be strong enough to play in our Premier League or play in our professional league. All the players there are older players. They're from 22, 23, 24, 25. Some are even up to 40 years. There's no investment that you can do on such players. Doing football with business, they want players that are of the age of 16, 17, 18 that they can possibly mold into their own system and make good fortune from it, and the player now satisfy them to get the laurels they wanted. So the Nationwide League One has crop of these talents. We are players of 16, 17, 18, 19. Actually, we make it very, very important or very, very serious regulation that you must have minimum of 15 players of under 19 years in your club. So once you have that, they will now believe that at every point in time that you are playing your game, you must have a minimum of about 5 or 6 of such players on the field playing. So it helps to develop this player, and it's really working out. This present under 20, NLO has about 5 or 6 players playing in the team.
This current under 20 that that defeated Cote d'Ivoire.
Exactly. And the national team underage is like the senator of eye for all these foreign scouts, because they really want to see the Nigerian talent. Like most of the top talents we have in Nigeria today, they never played professionally. Here Nacho never played the professional league in Nigeria. Osimhen did not play in professional league in Nigeria. Wilfred did not play in professional league in Nigeria. They all come from the grassroots, and they are up there. And it was because they were being scouted with the interest they have in the Nationwide League One, and that was how these players move ahead. And if you go to the TMS system in Nigeria today, if you ask the TMS manager, it will tell you 100% that out of, if we have on the scale of 1 to 100 of players that are traveling abroad to further their professional career, we have about 70 to 80% of them from the Nationwide League.
Wow.
So it goes to tell you that that is where the real business is. That is where the focus of these foreign clubs are. And on daily basis, we know how they talk to us on where they can possibly see some of these matches from their own location. And we've always been giving them the links, and we've always been directing them to our app to ensure that most of these matches are being viewed for them to see the talents. And in year 2020, we made a business trip to United Kingdom with some of the club officials, just for them to see how clubs in their own cadre in UK run their own affairs, and they make good fortune from it. It was a very, very good outing. We had meetings with about 15 to 16 clubs on a tour, and they saw the way they work. They saw the backroom ends and everything, and clubs in Nigeria actually agreed that they've not really started football business. And based on that, they are calling us to come back again, because they are looking at how they can really work with some of these good clubs in the NLO for them to be on partnership basis, possibly to get these local clubs in Nigeria to get affiliated to their clubs, so that they can actually have first-hand information on any talent that these clubs will be bringing up. So that will come up possibly in another 1 or 2 months. We will go in again. Some clubs chairmen that we see to be serious running football business will be going with us. About 10 of them will be going with us, so that they'll be able to have a direct meeting and let them know, okay, please, can you put this structure back home so that our club can associate with you? Then you get to see the business you can do from these players.
Good one there, giving elaborate analysis concerning how business is done. Where NLO, Nationwide League One, that's where most clubs abroad prefer to come, because they have raw talent, untapped ones. We've been talking with the Chief Operating Officer of Nigerian League, Nationwide League One. That's the third tier of our league, focusing on the third tier of our league. And really, it's been business. And really, we just have to take our own. We cannot continue to look at the foreign sport without developing ours. Ours is very important. Now, let's talk about officiating. When it comes to other leagues, you've been hearing news here and there, beating up. But NLO seems to be more organized in the way you run officiating referees.
Yes, thank you very much. We did that with a lot of hard work that we're putting into it, and a lot of focus on those match officials. Yeah, you cannot rule out errors in match officiating, but when errors are becoming to be 2, 3, 4 times repeated in a game of 90 minutes, then you get to suspect that something fishy is going on. About 10 days ago, we submitted names of about 11 match officials to Nigeria Football Referee Association and Nigeria Football Federation for them to sanction, because we found them wanting in the course of the games, And we have video evidences that shows that a referee cannot continue to have repeated errors in about 5 or 6 occasions in a game. So we suspected that these referees are beginning to compromise events, and we have to submit their names that they should please step down these referees and do due diligence on investigation, and let us see if they have actually compromised this game, so that we'll be able to possibly take them out from referee in Nigeria and get better ones that can actually help the game. Because we realize that it is not their action that satisfied the owner of who sent them, but we discovered that this is actually killing the game. Because, one, if a referee takes a bad decision, it kills the morale of these players that has put in much effort to ensure that they want to win their games, and at the same time you are destroying the game. So it goes beyond that, it's going to have its 3 points. No, we are not interested in 3 points. We are more interested in the development, and the development has to go with do the officiating to encourage these boys to always want to put in their best, because they know that if the officiating is good and they played against an opponent that defeated them, they know that their effort wasn't good enough. But when they put in a lot of effort and the referee just with the tick of an eye took a decision that destroys their effort, then it dampens the morale of these boys. And some of these boys that are very small, 17, 18-year-old, they might not be able to pick up again.
Because they will be demoralized.
Yes, they will certainly be demoralized. So it really brings down the game as we see it. So that was why we keep compiling their names. Once you get this done, we compile your name. We don't wait for any action by any other committee. We quickly submit their name. Please, we don't want this referee. Let them be away from our leagues. You can take them to another league to develop, but then please, in Nationwide League One, we don't want them to operate with us because of this that they have done. And there are some referees as well that they don't even officiate part of the game, but they try to influence. We got those ones as well, because we have people virtually in all the venues of our matches that sniff around to get information for us on what is going on. It will be on record that we are the only league that has reported series of match fixing, and FIFA has actually approved as sanction on such matches. So we do everything with a lot of integrity, and we ensure that we don't allow
interference.
We don't allow interference. Certainly interference will come, but then we made them to realize that no, we cannot change the goalpost in the middle of the game, because we have taken such action against someone, and it has to be continuous. So those are the things that make us to stand out. We don't compromise on standard. We don't compromise on due diligence.
Good one there. Before we go, just to let you have at least some advice for our people out there, because really, we really need to support our own.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's very, very important that we support the league, because in Nationwide League One, 98% of the clubs there are privately owned individuals, and they are not spending government money. Though majority of them use government facility, some of them have their own facility they use. But then our appeal from the Nationwide League One is that corporate bodies should please come out to support these clubs, so that they can be encouraged to do more. Because the chunk of youths that have been engaged in Nationwide League cannot be compared to any other organization. Because when these boys are busy playing football, they don't think about evil, they don't think about getting to mess themselves up, possibly taking drugs or taking up arms or any other thing. So it is always good that concentration is on this Nationwide League One, so that it will help us to help the nation better.
Good one there. Well, that will be it. He has been talking concerning the Nationwide League One, the top tier of Nigerian football league, where a lot of talent untapped are always being picked. Good one there. We've been talking with Shola Ogunsanwo, the Chief Operating Officer of that particular league. Good one there. Good to have you.
Thank you very much.
Good one. Just to let you have a feel of sporting stories this morning. 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.